Hello coders. We have started discussion on reshape function. So if you are directly watching this video, I request you to first watch part 1, then it will become very easy to follow this video. So now first, what the reshape function do? It reshapes the array without changing the data of the array. Now in this video, let I show you the different parameters supported by the reshape function in Jupyter Notebook. So let I first import NumPy as NP. So now, let I take one variable np.reshape. When you press Shift tab, you can see this is the syntax for, let me copy this and paste it over here. So now you can see it required 3 parameters, right? A. So in the first argument, we have to pass array. Second argument, new shape. The new shape you want to give. Last one is order. Order can take 3 different values. First one is C. C means row-wise operation will be slightly faster. F means column-wise operation will be slightly faster. A means to read-write the elements in the Fortran-like index order. If array is Fortran contiguous in memory, C like order otherwise. Don't you worry that I will explain you practically. But remember this, 2 parameters means 2 orders are very important. First is C means row wise. F means column wise. Please do remember this. C means row wise. F means column wise. So let first we create the 1D array using arange function. So let I take A and np.arange. With 12 elements. Now you can see, and it is of 1D. Now let I use array1 and np.reshape, and here I am passing A to convert into 2D of 4 cross 3, right? 12 elements. Now here I am going to explain you the order. By default order is C. If you mention it here or not, by default it will take order C. Now you can see array 1. Now let I copy this and paste just to show you order F. Now you can easily understand the difference between if you give the order C and if you give the order F. Now here you can see A 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Total 12 elements. Now you see which arrange row wise. So 0, 1, 2, then next row, and next row, right? So now let I print this A once again over here. So now C means row wise. So please remember this. So first, here is 4 cross 3. 4 rows, 3 columns. So it will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again next row, 6, 7, 8, next row, 9, 10, 11, next row. Now F, let I show you F. Now before that, let I print A. F means column wise. Now you can see in a 4 cross 3 F, first it will take, you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, column wise, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's in the first column. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, another column. 8, 9, 10, 11, another column. So, okay, now let I explain you another way to use the reshape function. To explain you this, let me first create 1D array using arange of around 12 elements, right? It's a 1D. So now up to we have been using reshape function like this. np dot reshape, then array and new shape, right? So now another way to use reshape. So in place of np dot reshape, we can directly write. So let me first take this one, arrange function. So in place of using np dot reshape, we can directly use x dot reshape with new shape. Now you can see. So either we can use np dot reshape or x dot reshape. The difference is here, if you are using array dot reshape, it contains only 2 arguments, but np dot reshape contains 3 arguments. Now also I want to tell you one thing. So up to we have been using this one. First np dot arrange to create 1D array, right? Then we are performing the reshaping on it, like x is equal to np dot reshape passing array and new shape, right? So in place of these two statements, arrange and reshape, so here require 2 lines, 1 and 2. So we can write in a single line as well. So then how to write? Directly I am using x is equal to np dot arrange of 12 elements, and here I am using reshape 4 clause 3, right? So in place of this 2 line, first is arrange and then reshape, we can write it. So also we can write it in a single line. So in the next video, we are going to discuss unknown dimension in reshape function. Thank you. Thank you for watching.